Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And I am Jay Lee, and this is JLeesCorner. Little chit chat about the foolishness or about whatever's going on. I'm like 2 minutes late, but it's okay. Um, and stuff. So I'm going to give people time to pop into the chat because again, the first 5 or so minutes is just a bit of chit chat here, chit chat there, chit chat everywhere. I should have brought some other water in here. I'm early, wanted to be on time. Honey, I was early and on time and late all at the same thing. Um, but hey y'all. Wait, I need to make this bigger so I can see. Cause y'all know my eyesight ain't shit on any given day or whatever. But hey, I don't know how to add a person correctly in discussion. I think you just hit the add button and then start typing their name. I'm not sure because I don't do it that often either. Hey, Nay, love you and the husband and the kids. Y'all name my cousin. Um, I'm excited about it. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me, right? I hope y'all can, because I don't have my mic plugged in. Um, so it's just through my computer speakers. So I hope y'all can hear me just fine. Because I also don't like yelling because I think it's just rude to yell a lot of times. Okay, y'all can hear me. That's good. I'm excited about Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. I am too. Um, I'm Team Ashanti. I'm gonna get that off rip and everything. Again, if y'all have questions, please put the word question in your question. We can talk about anything. I do have the Daphne brand put up to chit chat about some of the things that are going on for the past week or so. But again, put the word question in question. Okay. But yeah, I am team Ashanti. Not that I am against Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole is also great, great, great. I love her songs too. However, but I still feel like Ashanti has more songs that I love that if they come on, I'm gonna be jamming or whatever. So I think it's gonna be a good battle, but I do feel like Ashanti's gonna win. Not that Keisha will lose, but that's just what I think. I hope everybody's good, and everything. Um, you know, so it was just posted on social media that apparently, allegedly, that Wendy Williams' mother passed away. It has not been confirmed, so I'm not going to discuss it any further. Someone, the best friend of Wendy's mom's like grandchild or whatever, posted how his grandmother's best friend, Wendy's mom, passed away. But again, it has not been confirmed. I do not believe Wendy Williams has, released it or whatever. So we're gonna leave that be. And if it's true, we're gonna wish her all the goodness and positivity that she can get because again, losing a parent's hard. But we're not going to get into that thing. Gonna leave that be. We're gonna say rest in peace to her. We're gonna say, love, light, and positivity to Wendy, and then kind of, because I don't like discussing that stuff on my lives because again, it gets sad, and it's already holiday time, and people have already lost. So we're not gonna do that. But again, it was. I think like the shade room posted it. Well, yeah. So I see other people are also Team Ashanti. Ashanti just whispers. I mean, no, if you ever really seen Ashanti perform a concert, if you looked at her albums, she sings. Ashanti has a really good voice. She does. I love Ashanti. Um, Wait, what? I just left an asshole about Kenya video about the makeup industry dying. And I'm really thinking about how relevant some of these once woman industries are. I don't think the makeup industry is dying. I wear lipstick every day. I think people wear makeup as they see fit. I don't think it's dying. I think it's just that we don't need 18,655 makeup brands. But I'm gonna leave that be too, because I'm not into makeup a lot. I just wear, some lipstick and that's it. I was really shocked by they got a versus love that song, but I don't know. I don't want to watch. I just butchered that whole sentence. Ashanti and Keisha Cole has fans. I don't think it's going to be as big as Brandy and Monica, but I do think it'll still be hundreds of thousands of people who will tune in because, again, Versus itself is entertaining, and two is going to be on Saturday, which is great. So, I like it. Um, Question is, Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac fired? I heard both. I heard that they wanted to fire her because of the flack that she's been getting for things she's been saying online against people for these different reasons. But I also heard I heard verbatim Andy say that he doesn't see them changing the cast because he thinks the cast is fine. So, it can go either way. I do feel like Candace has her fans. Each housewife has their group of fans. But people are going to make it a big deal if they make it seem as if, well, Monique, hit someone and she wasn't fired, but Candace is just saying stuff online and she got fired. I think the difference is most of these programming shows and most of these um organizations and businesses are not putting up with anything that seems racist, discrimination, and things of that sort. And the other shows, there have been fights. Um, this the only reason that the Potomac fight is a big deal is because Candace pressed charges. That's the only reason it's even being a whole story or whatever. Because Candace pressed charges. No other housewife has pressed charges and things have went to this extreme. Even though the judge threw out both cases, so there is no charges going, now, whatever. That's the reason why this was a big deal because Candace took it there. We are aware that, Portia and Kenya got into a fight, and then Portia was the aggressor in that situation. We know that Portia and Cynthia got into a fight where Cynthia, I think, kicked Portia in the stomach because Portia was standing over her trying to fight her. So again, we have other instances of people getting into it. And even on the other shows, there are the white shows, okay, even in the Jersey shows, the all of them. There have been fights here and there. The difference is no one has ever taken it legal, and Candace did. So I don't put it past Bravo of trying to, in some way, let Candace go because she did that. Because doing that means we can't fully shoot our show. You know what I'm saying? And that hurts the show. So to me, Candace may not be fired, but Candace could lose her, her wine glass or whatever. So we have to see. How was your day? I'm excited for the ATL Housewives tonight. My day was pretty good. I slept in a little bit. I edited my power review, which will be up eventually. It's still like pending right now, for ass or whatever. But I made some steak in my air fryer. Took a little extra because my head hurts or whatever. But overall, it's been a good day, and I'm happy that Atlanta coming back too. 'Cause I have to do Atlanta today, and I have to do Potomac, so we shall see. Yeah, yeah. We also y'all all heard about Winnie too, even though I don't like her. Da, 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 da. Question: Did you? I hear YouTubers refer to Black Twitter. Where do you find it? Black Twitter, you find it if you're a black person, you it's there. Like it's not a particular place. Black Twitter just means the response, the comments, the wave of black people who are talking about something. So it's not an actual place. But yeah, Ashanti has more hits, but I'm riding with Keisha. Her songs hit different. I think both their songs hit different on a different occasion. You know what I'm saying? I think if you hear Love by Keisha Cole, and if you hear Foolish by Keisha Cole, or even if you hear Love by Keisha Cole, and you hear Baby by Ashanti, they both hit different. It just depends on the event, the situation, and the man or whatnot. But it's like, yeah, a lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are out of work and working from home, so they are not wearing makeup as much. A lot of people are going to work. You know what I'm saying? I think people feel like everyone is either at home or not working. I am still working. I know a lot of people who are still working. So there are people who still go to work and who still wear makeup. So I don't think, it's both ways. I go to work every day. My mom and my sister work from home. So, it just depends. But, my brain goes to work every day. Like, different things, different strokes for different folks. So it really just depends. I think Bravo should add new or more cities like the Housewives of Vegas, Nashville, and San Diego. I feel like Bravo should either do one or two things. Either mix up the ladies on each season of the show that has been on for so long, like House of Beverly Hills, New York, Orange County, Atlanta. I don't watch Dallas. I think Dallas is a show too. But, mix up the cast like they're doing on Atlanta this season, or yes, start new cities because again, not to age shame, but I don't really care what old white women are doing with their rich money and stuff. I don't care. So that's why I think you want to add a little bit of, what I'm saying, a little bit of youngness because again, if you're focusing on all these women in their 40s and their 50s, who are arguing over the most stupidest of things, it gets boring. And because like for Salt Lake City, Jen and Mary fussing about the hospital smell is the reason I watched 2 episodes and I ain't went back to it because I'm looking like what I look like. I'm 38. What I look like watching and I'm like, I don't care about that. Like that's all y'all. So it's dumb. So I do think they need to do one or two because again, if not, it's gonna get stupid. I don't care about the Potomac Housewives. I would never watch it again. I like Potomac. I think Potomac has a. This season was different. It was good and it was bad. It was bad because they focused on this one part of it and it divided people so much it got frustrating. But I think if you Karen made a point on I can't think of what it was, but she said something she's like, if they would have focused on bridging the gap between Monique and Candace versus Giselle, Robin, Wendy trying to get Monique fired, it would have been a great season. No one should have ignored what Monique did. No one should have like, oh, it's not a big deal. But if they would have made the point of, okay, Monique, you fucked up and you need to fix what you did, and then help facilitate that. Like help Candace get over it, not keep getting her pissed off more and more and more. That was why this season sucked. However, the season was good because again it was drama. There's you can do it both ways, but I feel like Wendy, Robert, and Giselle are so one track minded and so mean girls and so stupid and ignorant that they felt like if we drag this out with making Monique the villain, it'll make us look better. And then we can get her off the show. And it kind of backfired because the viewers, whether they were Team Candace or Team Monique, were both tired of each side, keep, going about it, about this, Monique needs to be done, done, done. It was tiring. So I feel like next season, I think Candace could be put down to a friend of the No, I won't say that. I think Wendy needs to be a friend of the show or go away and hopefully Candace and Monique can move past this and work through things. And then Giselle and Robin can, we can see how they don't have nothing going on. Okay. And then the season after that, they'll be gone. But we shall see. Don't bring Housewives to Vegas. Question: do you think Salt Lake City will get more than one season? I don't know because I haven't watched the past episode too. I don't even watch people's reviews. I need to start because at first I wasn't watching reviews because I was going to still binge watch, the 3 episodes that I hadn't been watching and then do one review. But I was like, nah, I just deleted the recordings and let it be. So I'm going to probably go back and watch, like Bondi, Funky, and Chris's review because Chris does the review. I think everybody review who do it because again, I like to support my fellow YouTubers. But I don't know if they'll get a season 2. If it's as stupid as it was in episodes 1 and 2, no. But I think the only season of Housewives that we have not gotten secondary seasons was like I think the Washington show and one other city, but I'm not sure. Who do you think? What do you think of the new Housewife cast? I don't know because I ain't watched the episode yet, so we have to see. I don't mind it. I know of Drew Sidora only because she was on the game a long time ago. I don't know the other girl, but I'm always here for new casts, and I give them a good 5 episodes before I have an opinion. But I haven't seen it at all. Do you think Candace is a troublemaker, seeing that she is always at the center of drama? I think Candace is a person who has never been checked. And so she feels as if when I do something, or if I say something, like people should just, what I'm saying, deal with it or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. But, every action has a consequence or every action has a reaction. So I don't even see it as a troublemaker. She just never been checked about her bullshit. And this show was checking her about her bullshit. And she just keeps acting like, well, it is what it is. And it is what it is. But at the same time, people have an opinion. So it was it was. Are you looking forward to any storyline on or person on Atlanta? I don't know yet. I just want to see what the season is, but I'm not really like, oh, I can't wait for this or for that. Again, I wait a good 4 or 5 episodes before I give any opinion on how I feel. I just hope it's an interesting season, and I don't want it to be. I don't want anyone's focus to be how is the show without Nene. I want the show to be a. I don't want any show that's an ensemble cast to ever get to the point to where if one person leaves, okay, how the show without this one person? Um, that's not fair to the show because the show isn't Nene's show. So I want to see how the show is in general, 13 seasons in with these two new girls or whatever. Um, did you hear Tamar and Vince are getting back together? Again, if y'all have questions, again, put the word question, because if not, I'm skipping past stuff if I don't see the word question, because it's a lot of comments that I can't see and it kind of scrolls by too fast. Um, Tamar herself said it's not happening. So I heard the rumors or whatever. If they do get back together, that's that lady business or whatever. Um, I just don't see it happening right now. I don't. I think people sometimes feel like if people break up and then if one person goes through something and that their ex comes back and kind of helps them, oh, that means they're getting back together. Tamar and Vince seemed to still be cool as two divorced people because they have a son together. So I think Vince stepping in and being a support system to his son's mother is what co-parenting looks like. You know what I'm saying? It only becomes messy bullshit or they get back together because people on the outside looking in wants that to be the story. But Tamar herself said, like, that's not gonna happen, so we'll leave that be. Um, Jennifer Lopez took Ashanti's voice for many of her albums. Um, yeah, I'll agree. Kenya pressed charges as well. Kenya pressed charges initially, but they it she stopped it before it went further than that initial thing. Kenya did it when she was pissed off and she let it go. Candace tried to take it all the way, like the court, to where the judge had to dismiss. I think Kenya, it was settled before it got that far, and that is why Portia and Kenya was eventually able to still be on the show, still film with each other despite what had happened. Um, and that was kind of crazy still too. So again, it's just it's a difference with how Candace tried to really like. I want her to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Um, but with Portia and Kenya, it was handled and situated before it got too far into that. And again, that's why it was. It was. Um, I thought the cast would stay the same. Unfortunately, with Wendy included. This is the thing with that. Wendy can be included, but I mean, we're gonna ignore her. So it's like it doesn't really matter. Did you see Candace will be on the Christmas movie on BT next week? No, because I barely watch BT. Um, I think Keisha Cole will win. I'm very sure about that. Will you be reviewing the Wendy Williams story? Yes, yes, yes. I saw the preview of the Wendy Williams. Is it on TV One or I think it's on Lifetime? I saw the trailer for it. It looks good. The girl who they have playing Wendy plays Lisa. Is it Leslie? Lee, something she played on the oh, the Tyler Perry show. The Oval. She plays on the Oval. She has Wendy down pat. I was very surprised seeing because I don't. But you know what? Seeing her in that trailer to me proves how bad um good actors are on Tyler's stuff because when I heard that she got picked, I'm like, really her? I don't why. But seeing I'm like, oh, she's a good actress. Tyler Perry does not use his actors to the best of their ability because his writing is shitty. But again, I'm like it looks really, really good. It looks like they're gonna really include, real stuff that happened and that was supposed to happen. Um um girl, hold on, y'all. Lord Jesus, hormone monsters. Um, I forgot I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, yes, I'm reviewing the show. It looks like it's going to be really, really interesting, and it's going to have all the juicy details of what she knew, what she went through, and all of that. So I can't wait for that. I think Toya and Quad or Miss Juicy should join the Atlanta Housewives. I don't agree at all. I think Toya and Quad is just fine on Married to Medicine. I think Quad should not be on Housewives because Quad is not a housewife. Um, Miss Juicy, I don't know. I don't. No, I don't think that's a good thing either. Did you hear Mariah Carey new Christmas song? Which I saw a snippet of of Jennifer Hudson, was Ariana Grande and Mariah Carey. It was too much high pitched singing for me. I kind of cut it off. It gave me a headache. And I let that be because again it was seeing too much. Um, Question: Did Monique need a raid because she gave the season storylines? The green eyed witches are boring. Yeah, but they're always boring. So I don't think that's any different than anything else. Do you plan on reviewing Growing Up Hip Hop this season? I'm in Atlanta. I do only because I want to cuss Deb out because Deb came on and it said that she's a Trump supporter, and also because they're gonna show, the whole thing supposedly with Bow Wow and his new kid. He got a son now, but he kind of found out about during this whole thing. So I'll do it because again, I did Atlanta before, but if it gets boring, I'm gonna drop it on off. Um, can you please review the flight attendant? It's a new show and it's good. Are you the same person who was let me see because somebody was in my DM. I'm trying to see, and they also commented on my another picture or whatever. I think Darren. No, I have enough shows to review. I have enough shows that I watch to chill out to, and I have not that I don't take suggestions from JayBirds because I do all the time, but I mean some things I'm like I just don't. I don't review shows just because it's a good show on. Like I have to want to review it. So I'll check it out. I don't know when I have time to do that because again, I'm already, I'm saying stressed so thin between my YouTube stuff, my regular job stuff, and just life in general. So I don't know. But I have no plan to review the flight attendant. If I watch it and it's good, I may chit chat, about it, here and there. But and then is it I don't know where it's on something else. But it's a lot of good shows I don't review. But thank you for the suggestion, but I don't feel like it not at all. Would you consider what? I don't even know what that is. We're gonna leave that person be. Are you watching Selena? No, I have it on my to watch list on Netflix, but I'm watching Big Mouth right now. So, um, no, I'm going to watch it. I don't think I'm going to review it at all because again, I saw the movie. So I saw the Selena movie that J-Lo was in, years ago. I am already familiar with the story of Selena, so I don't see the point of reviewing a TV show about someone when the TV show was based on the movie that was based on her life. So I'm like, no, I don't see it. If I watch it, I may talk about it in the live. Sometime I'll do quick little discussions, but I don't see myself reviewing episode by episode. No, not at all. Because it just I don't see it happening. Have you seen all these questions? Lord Jesus, I need some water. Um, are you watching? No. Have you seen the trailer for Little Women? New season? Yes, I have. Will I be reviewing that show? I don't know. But I did see the trailer and know it's coming out eventually. And we shall see what happens with that. Are you going to make one more chance reviews? Possibly. The reason I hadn't yet was because there wasn't an episode on last week. Um, I paid for what is it called? Zeus. So I'll watch it. But again, if it's not an episode out, I'm not thinking about the show at all. It emails when it's a new episode out. So that's how I know it's a new one. And if they don't email me, I don't go looking for it. But y'all get quick little 10, 15 minutes reviews of that dumbass show. I hate that show. Like this show is a piece of shit. It's a train wreck sitting in the piece of shit. And for some dumbass reason, y'all like it, and then I review it because y'all like it and y'all watch it. And the money I make from the video is fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big deal. And because I just do it, like I don't edit it, it's an easy show to review. But the show is shitty. And I know New York is coming on, so that will possibly be interesting because she's crazy. But it's a shitty, shitty show. It's a dumbass show, and I hate it. But I'm not y'all watch it, so it was with us. Shout out to look. I need all my moderators to email me y'all addresses because again, Christmas time's coming up, so I got some for y'all. So my moderators, email me so I can send y'all y'all Christmas stuff. I think Gina and Mary should leave Salt Lake City. I think they all should leave Salt Lake City because I don't watch that shit. But we we shall see. Have you watched the show All Rise on CBS? I love All Rise. If you like judge shows, my mom likes judge shows, but if you like judge shows, you will love All Rise. I like it because it's this black woman who was a female judge, and she's just so amazing. And the show was great. The supporting cast is great. The storylines are great, and I love how they have also implemented their show with current times of COVID or whatever. Some shows have come back and there's no COVID being mentioned in it. Like Power isn't a COVID show, you know what I'm saying? But SVU and Grey's Anatomy and Station 19 and Our Rise are and the Chicago show, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, those are shows that I watch that I see that they are showing themselves, post COVID and everything or during COVID. So I love that. And I think they were the first show, their season 1 finale was a COVID show, whereas they were all socially distanced in the show, and the actors had to shoot their scenes at home themselves, but as their characters. So I love All Rise. One of the directors, Erica Watson, who was a girl from Detroit, she's been directing all other kind of stuff too. I reviewed a movie, an episode of Tales on BT that she did. I think a year ago, and she was the first director who saw my review and like posted about it or whatever. So I remember that all the time. But she directed like 4 or 5 episodes of All Rise. I like supporting good non-scripted shows. You know what I'm saying? So I do love, if you have not watched All Rise on CBS, go watch it or whatever. Yeah, I do watch it. I don't review it because again, it's a show that I watched for me. I love Selena. Oh yeah, I have not watched Selena at all. I'll watch it, but I'm not going to review it. I think my lady from Basketball Wives should join Atlanta. Y'all want these people who are not wives to join Housewives? For what? For what? I think that's speaking of Housewives, pause on that. Larissa Pippen. I keep wondering because her name keeps being mentioned dating all these men. Isn't she still married to Scotty? Like, are they going through a divorce? I'm just concerned because I'm looking like you dating a man, was with a man who's supposedly still married, and now that man's wife has filed for divorce. Laura's messy. Okay, I'm leave that be. But again, I don't want Malaysia on Housewives. For what? She isn't even interested on Basketball Wives. Like, if you are not interested on Basketball Wives, I don't need to bring you to my other show to ruin that. It's like, no, 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 no. Hey, what happened to your Impala when your car got stolen when you what? Girl, honey, you oh Lord Jesus. That that was from an old story time that happened a long time. I'm looking like what? Um, I was in a Malibu. It was carjacked a long time ago, back when I was back in 2004, 2005. So that's old. Anyway, because I'm like, where did that come from out the blue? I am more a fan of the Sisters and Oval. I'm more of a fan of I need Tyler Perry to do better in his directing and writing. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the Oval or Sisters, but I also feel like both shows can be better, but they're only working with what they're given by Tyler, which isn't much. Okay, and it's kind of aggravating and whatnot. Are you going to review the Salt and Pepper movie? Yes. It comes out, I believe, next year. So any movie about, the salt and pepper, that stuff, yes. I'm not doing Selena because again, they've already made the movie. And I think it's weird to have a series when we've already had the movie. But I guess people repeat things all the time, but I'm just not. I'm not into it. But yes, I'm going to do the Salt and Pepper movie. I just hope it's as interesting as it should be, considering what they've went through, over their whole career. Um, your cartoon photos for the reviews have me cracking up, but they are on point. The cartoon parts of everything kind of was I won't say saving grace, but again, I liked the differentness for certain shows. TLC is a station that may be funny acting about stuff or whatnot. So that's why I did that. But sometimes I don't have the time to find the right photos. So I'm using the same cartoons or whatever. But I liked how it either made me laugh and it breaks up the bullshit of the show, but I'm reviewing because sometimes it kind of be crazy. But yeah, I like that and I hope I can get some more cartoon characters for other shows in the future. Um, let's talk about that Orange Man. We look, there's a lot that we talk about. That Orange Man ain't one. We don't look. He out the office now. Well, will be, and so for that reason, we're gonna leave him right where he at and let it be like fine. Oh my God, yeah, Deb was Trump's word because Deb was stupid. Do you think Jenny and Cement are still together, honey? I hope Jenny alive because she's older, and I hope that Cement um got a job. But it's like I don't. Their relationship is dumb because he's not going to marry her, so she can't get a permanent stay in India. And so with the back and forth of it is stupid. It's redundant at this point. So I'm looking like I don't really care. Do I hope they're together? Sure, because she seems to be in love with him. But again, any man who won't marry you because of his parents is someone I don't want to be with. If you love me and you want to be with me, what your parents feel should not matter when we are both grown as adults. Okay, you don't live with them, they don't live with us. So the fact that Submit won't marry her because my mom said if I marry her, she'll kill herself. Well, your mom is crazy, and y'all should get her some help. Okay, the way to help someone who says that is not to just do what they say because they will consistently threaten to take themselves out. That's dumb. So in my head, Submit does not really want to marry Jenny. And so Jenny's going to be a fool and stick around for it. Then let her be an old fool. But Jesus takes care of old fools and babies. And that's why Jenny right now is okay. Anyway, what are your thoughts about the Chase Atlanta? I don't watch that, so I have no idea what Chase Atlanta is. I have no thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. Hey Carla, hey Carla. Okay. All right. Oh, she's from Detroit too. I did not know that. That's why I love the show because Detroit sees Detroit. Oh, when I think I did. I think she's. Did I see her say that somewhere, or I could be thinking about somebody else. I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, I did like the change they show. Zeus Network is like, it's like, my headache is going crazy. Zeus Network is like VH1 back in the Flavor of Love, I Love New York, Rock of Love days, to where it was these ratchet, crazy shows that we was like, what are they doing? And people still watch. The difference is, and I do think I'm going to review season one of I Love New York only because when they had the reunion thing going, they played season one and my DVR recorded the whole season. Um, the difference between Zeus and One More Chance trying to be like Flavor of Love, I Love New York or whatever, is that VH1 had the ladies and the men on them shows doing challenges, going on dates, whereas on Zeus, they in this Airbnb house and he has them doing these dumb challenges, but we don't see anyone. We never see Chance like dating or talking to the women. Like there's like we see the ladies talking amongst themselves, but there's nothing between him and the girl. It's dumb. It's really dumb, and I don't get it. So I'm looking like, for what reason are we watching the show? So for that reason, I'm like, it's a dumbass show, but it's an easy show for me to laugh and crack jokes on. And I think me when I'm truly frustrated, I'm not funny because I'm so over it. I just say whatever. I don't. It's just it be what it be. But yeah, it's just stupid. It's so dumb. Um, we already discussed the possibility that Wendy Williams' mama passed away gonna leave that be. Because again, it wasn't really confirmed at all. So we're gonna at least not when I first started, 30 minutes ago. Um, they should bring back Claudia. Claudia who? Grace Dale, who should bring back Claudia? Oh, you know what? I think Claudia Jordan. Um, Claudia Jordan is on this media high with what she's doing on Fox Soul. Um, I think what Claudia is doing on Fox Soul, is real basic but brilliant. It's YouTube with a panel of people, so it's basic but brilliant, and I think she's great in what she does. And I think for that real reason, she may not want to go back on Housewives. But I did like her when she was on there, so we shall see. Is she still married to Scotty? I don't know who Larissa is. Honey, Larissa's for the streets right now. Or I don't know. I believe they are divorced. She just kept his last name. Oh, okay. Um, I'm loving this season of Grey's Anatomy. I'm not loving Grey's this season just yet. Okay, not just yet. Only because I think I'm talking to my mom or somebody I was talking to, and I feel like I like that the shows are acknowledging COVID. I get that. At the same time, it's only been two episodes. Was it three? Two or three. And I don't want everything to be so COVID, COVID. We have lived COVID. We're living COVID. So I want shows to still be able to move past all the patients are COVID patients, and it can get frustrating. So I'm loving them bringing back Derek and George O'Malley. I really do hope they bring back Sloan and oh, I just forgot the sister name. How did I feel the sister name? Y'all know the sister. And I can't believe I forgot her name that quick. So I hope that's coming, and I'm hoping by each episode getting different and different and different. We'll like it more and more and more. I'm a Grace fan, okay, but I want to be something different. Claudia wasn't a good fit because she wasn't friends with everyone. No, Claudia was a good fit. The reason Claudia wasn't right at that time was because the friction between her and Nene was weird. And now was at a point where Nene had power, but not as much power she probably wanted. So it was a weirdness there. That's why I said I don't know if Claudia will come back, but I thought she was good on the show. But we shall see. Um, I'm trying to read through some emails so I can get down to something else. A question: Do you still? And I'm moving because my head hurt and kind of made me feel better. Do you wish? No. Do you watch Rufus on BET? I pay for BET, the BET app. I have not been on the app in a minute. Um, I watched the first. I get the first season of Rufus. I did not know it was back. So I may take some time because I'm going to be on vacation the last 2 weeks of December to just relax and wait to release and decompress from the whole year. I may try to catch up on some BT shows and then throw those reviews out little by little. But I do watch, or I did watch Rufus, but I have not watched any of the new episodes. I need to go on the because I'm paying for the app and I'll be on there. But we shall see. I love your choice of cartoon characters. Have me rolling sometimes. It's a thing. Um, Laura and Scotty are not divorced; they're separated. Well, she sure is doing what she wants to do. I would love to see a Disney Child movie, but that might ruin some just and bring out some skeletons. I don't think there will ever be an authorized Destiny Child movie or anything because I think Beyonce is to a point in life to where whatever she don't want people to know, they won't know. That's why I say it may be an unauthorized one that comes out, but I don't think we'll ever get a full true breakdown of what happened with that group. And not because Beyonce is secretive, but I just think, some things that you did as a teenager, you want to leave it there. Leave it there, whatever. But because we have never got the Diana Ross movie, to my knowledge. Because I don't, cause not Mahogany one about, yeah, I don't think we, so I think there are a lot of artists who, have been through things and we don't get their story or whatnot. So I think leave it be. Um, that Sharon telling her mom get on my nerves. Honey, I still have not reviewed the last episode of The Family Seer. I have my notes and everything. Um, Maybe I'll do it later tonight. I don't know, but we have to see like I do Housewives, and I have to still watch Ayana because I have not watched Ayana from last night. Um, do you watch The Crown on Netflix? No, I want to. I just got into The Queen's Gambit. I watched an episode and a half. I may be on episode 3, I think maybe. And I'm liking that, but I'm trying to slowly watch that too. Um, I think I do have The Crown on my list to watch again. It's just finding time to watch what's on my list. Team Mom 2 need to bring YouTubers like Naz and Nick or Gabe or Gabby from Bad Girl Club to play Chelsea. Chelsea is being replaced by um Ashley, I think is her name, from Young and Pregnant. The black girl who has the baby with the light skinned boy whose mama, sometimes acts black or whatever. I think her name is Ashley. But that's supposedly allegedly who is replacing Chelsea. I don't mind it. I do feel like Teen Mom 2 was very white. You know, Chelsea, Leah, Jade, um, Kale. I do want them to add some, some diversity on there. I know they have Brianna who's like Spanish, Mexican, whatever, whatever. But I do feel like, please put, a little black girl on there, whatever. So I don't mind. I think her name's Ashley. So that's supposedly who's replacing her. Um, we are on the road. Yes, we are almost at 20,000 JayBirds. It has been a long time coming. Um, I hit my 4-year mark next year in April. And so I'm to the point to where I am comfortable enough to know I am still a new YouTuber. I have not been around as long as some of my counterparts, like with Bondi and Alex and his rocks uh and Ashley who have been around for years. Okay. And so I am proud to be, almost 4 years in and almost be at 20 grand, 20 grand, 20,000 Jaybirds. So that would be a very, very great thing or whatnot. Um, there's a new show called Your Honor on Showtime. It's like a mix of how to build murder and scandal. I think I wrote myself a note about that. but didn't go back to it. Let me write myself another note because again, I be trying to remember stuff because I be wanting to watch stuff that I don't have to review that I can watch just to chill out. Show on Showtime. And plus, I pay for Showtime. I should watch the show on there. We're gonna leave that be too. But I have not seen it just yet. These shows they really did a what? Oh, precedent for Flavor of Love was epic. It was okay. Zeus is an entertainment dumpster. Great, yes, it very much so is. Um, it's a dumpster of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I think like if I wasn't reviewing One More Chance, I wouldn't watch it. Like I would that's not a show I would watch even just to laugh at the foolishness of it all. I know Drea's show coming out on there. I know Jocelyn's, cabaret show coming out. Um, Black China's show was coming out, the conversation with the Bad Girls Club. These are all things I'm strictly watching because y'all like ratchet shit and I review ratchet shit the best because I crack so many jokes. But again, it's an entertainment dumpster. I completely agree with that. That is a perfect analogy. I have to get back to the ground. Hi, happy I come live. I love your office. Thank you, LJ here. It's winter in Michigan now, so my outfits will be very, very basic. I think I said that before on my IG, where winter hits and it's like leggings and sweatshirts and UGG boots. So that is pretty much what my stuff will be going forward, at least until the winter's over here in Michigan. Because once it's cold and snowy here, honey, is you want to put on some easy whatever, go to your car, go to work, and leave it be. Did you hear one of Scott was bored as hell in quarantine? So they're having preparing relationship look shows on there. This is the thing. I follow not Candy. I follow Delicious. I follow who else do I follow? Delicious and Santana. And when I kept seeing them post little stuff with the men of um the Love and Hip Hop. I'm like something's going on. If you follow the right people, you can figure it out. It wasn't a secret to me that they were doing some kind of reality show with couples. It also was not surprising to me that they were doing something with a plethora of cast from all the housewives, all of the Love of Hollywood shows. However, it makes sense. It is expensive and dangerous to shoot an ensemble cast in different locations, all living on their own houses. That's hard during COVID. However, if you bring everybody to one location and everything's been filmed at that one location for let's say 2 months, it's easier to keep them contained than anything else. So I feel like it was smart of Mona to do that. Mona realized we want to still film and make money and put out shows. We have not seen Love and Hip Hop since what, March or April or whatever. It's been months. So that is a big chunk of VH1's shows being gone. They're losing money from advertising or whatever. It makes sense for them to say, you know what, how can we take the cast that people love to see and make a show? Put their ass on a resort and then follow them on that vacation or whatever. So it's going to probably be two things. It's going to be the all-star cast stuff, the couples stuff. It's genius. Okay. And people keep saying how bad 2020 was. 2020 has helped us all realize we have to be able to do things differently and still move forward. So, we can't expect all TV shows to be canceled. We can't expect that. So, a smart businesswoman, so you know what? I'm going to figure out how I can do this. Okay, cast, y'all all going to come here and film whatever, and that'll be what's gonna be. I just seen last night or maybe 2 nights ago how BK and Sierra got engaged, and Safari was there. So again, they're still filming. Mona Scott Young is brilliant, and I really, commend her on her vision. I always say we can't blame Mona for the bullshit the cast allows her to film. Okay. But yeah. Uh I be going off on little tangents. I think Housewives need a whole new cast with a K to pop in for the members of the old cast. Eh, I don't know. What about Kane Fapper Monet on? Well, I'm not gonna look. Some people may have not. People may have not watched Power Book 2, so I don't talk about that. My video, of course, will be up. It's still been. Is it on the preview? Yeah, ads to be looked at. But mine will be up sometime today. Hopefully within the next half an hour. But I'm not going to discuss that because again, everybody may not have watched the episode just yet. Atlanta does need new cast members. I agree, but y'all are saying all of this before watching this season. I don't like prejudging things. Again, I give it 4 or 5 episodes. They added new cast. There are 2 new cast members. We know that Marlo is more on the show as well. So technically, it's 3 new fuller time people. So after the first 5 episodes, I'll say, well, they need to replace these people too. We shall see. Anyway, I heard VH1 is taking love and hip hop in different directions when it returns. They have to. Everyone has to pivot because you can't be out here fussing and throwing food and arguing in clubs anymore. Because again, that's just not how it is. And even some states or cities are different. Like the way things are being handled in New York, it ain't been handled that way in Atlanta. So Atlanta has been open. It's been open for a long time. So is Florida. So the Miami cast, the Atlanta cast probably has more freedom to where they can go. But New York, is real strict right now. Like you can't do too much or whatever. So it just depends. So it makes sense for them. You know what? How can we still film but differently? And we'll see what happens. I feel like we'll probably get both shows in January. Or whatnot. Because I don't think they're gonna do anything for between now and the end of the year. I asked, girl, y'all be Lord, my throat. My throat. I binge watched the past episodes recently. Oh, I binge watched Grey's recently. I watched because I never watched from season 1 episode 1. When I started watching Grey's was like after Denny had died. It was like right around the time before George got killed or whatever. And so I never knew a lot of the backstory of stuff or whatever. I never knew that, all kind of stuff. So I recently did binge watch it. I've been binge watching for like at least the past month or so. And I just got today finished. No, I have to watch the season finale of Grey's from season 16. I have been crying and just emotionally drained from watching that show from the beginning to the end, but it was a good thing or whatever. I hope you have a good time on your break and we will miss you. I'm going to still post stuff, but I'll be able to post stuff at my leisure. Now when I post stuff, I'm having to post it after I get off work. Late at night. My sleep pattern is completely off. I'm going to bed at like 6 a.m. and up at 11:30 ready for work. It's bad. So when I'm off, I'll be able to rest and record in the daytime and not at 4 a.m. at night. Somebody at one point said on a video, man, you be sounding so whatever at night. Your videos, you be sounding out of breath. I'm like, no, I'll be tired. I'll be exhausted because I'm like, they don't realize it be 4:30 in the morning. So sometimes I've been talking for 3 hours and my throat is dry and I'm just tired. So sometimes I'll be like, because I'm just tired. So I think sometimes people don't get how late up I am because again, I work a full-time job. So, it's hard for me to balance sometime when there's either a lot of shows or I come home from work and I'm tired from working all day. And so I'll take like 2 hours to just decompress. But the 2 hours I take to decompress is now 10:30 at night and I have to then watch shows and then, anyway, I'm not complaining, but I'm saying the break will allow me to not have to be up all night and I can review shows the following morning in the daytime because I won't be at work. So yeah. Anyway, Queen's Gambit is amazing. It gets better. Okay, because the first episode when she called the dude a cocksucker, I'm like, oh, I called him a cocksucker. I laughed. And from that moment, I knew I'm gonna like this show. So I'm really interested to finish that. So that's the next show I'm gonna binge watch. Is that? So I'm binge watching Queen's Gambit and also Big Mouth at the same time. Ayana episode was good recently. Can't wait. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I usually do not like watching Ayana shows on Saturdays because I have to watch it later in the evening, and I never want to go to bed with that kind of heaviness on me. So I'm going to watch it today and get it out. I saw that Kwame D'Angelo remix on your IG and it had me scrolling. Look, um, I don't know who did that. So y'all know I review put a ring on it, and someone took the snippet of me speaking about Kwame, and I was like, Kwame, he I'm not know the voice, but I said how cute he was and how he could be a guy who like grease your scalp, change the tire, whatever, make a Moscow Mule, shout out, these things or whatever, and then someone took that clip of me saying that and put it with D'Angelo's song, How Does It Feel, and put it on Twitter. It was hilariously funny to do that, but I was like, girl, I could not stop laughing. And the guy Kwame, who had found me on Twitter before that, and he and he posted the clip of it, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe. So he saw it, the girl Ashley saw it or whatever. It was hilariously funny. It's on my IG. I think it may be on my Twitter, but I don't know. But again, it was just funny. And then the whole thing about just, you want to describe a manly man of what you think he would do. So, he will make you a Moscow Mule. He will make you food. He will, give you some cocoa. He would do all these things, but also break your back. But it was hilariously funny. But I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm a horny pervert when I'm reviewing things. Like when I'm reviewing stuff and I'm just saying crazy stuff off the top of my head, it usually comes from a place of me trying to be funny. So for them to take what I thought was funny and it was then sexualized, I was like, oh my God, I gotta watch what I say. Because I don't want to be a pervert. Anyway, did you hear anything about Cynthia Bailey suing Peter? I did. So Peter and Cynthia, before they were divorced or whatever, the building they had for Bar One that Cynthia had invested in, Peter was supposed to pay her back a certain amount of money. He said within 3 years, it was like 36 a month promissory note of payment. But he said the 3 years is not up until February. However, Cynthia's kind of suing him to get the money back that he supposedly owes her, and he felt like her suing me was wrong because I still have 2 months left to pay her based on the agreement we had initially. If they had an agreement to where it would be 3 years, and if that 3 years is February, I do think she was wrong if she sued him. I think the question may be because Peter consistently gets himself in these situations of owing people money. He could be trying to stretch the truth. I don't see Cynthia suing him if she know it's too soon because it would make her look bad. So I feel like is he lying about how much time he had to pay her back? So I mean, at the end of the day, if you owe her the money, you owe her the money. Period. I think point blank period. And the main thing, Cynthia need to stop losing out money. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with Cynthia want her damn money back. I'm not sure if you talk about Meg Thee Stallion album. I haven't listened to it just yet. I'm not in a rush to. I have never even listened to Megan's mixtape music. I've only heard Megan's singles that are like on the radio or whatever. So I will probably listen to it on vacation. But I've heard good and bad things, mostly good. I think I've only heard like two or three people say how they didn't like it, but I've heard mostly good things about her album. But I'll eventually listen to it because it is what it is. Claudia's panel show is corny. Al, Gary, and Funky don't have a good chemistry. They would ever be friends. I don't agree. I think that you want. They've only had like 3 shows. It takes time to get impeccable chemistry with anyone that you're doing a show with. When I want to do a show with me and whoever else talking, for one, but I have to have one, a good rapport with them, and they have to be available to do stuff, you know, um, because you want to be sure to flow well with them, because when it works, it works. I think they are making it work. And also, it's hard to do those kind of shows when you're not in the same room, because you can at times cut each other off or overtalk each other. So it's a lot that goes into that. So that could be the reason why anyone feel like anyone, yeah, you. That could be the reason why people feel as if they don't have a connection just yet. Give it some time. I think it's a good thing. I think they all have different opinions. Um, Do I feel like Al and Gary T could be replaced? Yes. Um, when Funky Quentin gets to his point of, Quentin is the perfect person to have a gay perspective, but also not that he not just because he's gay, but he can give a perspective from being a gay black man, but also his perspective on other things um, is enlightening. Even when he says stuff I don't agree with, it's still how he says it that I like. I feel Gary and Al are well, Al maybe are. It just I don't like it all the time or whatever, but it's their opinion. But I don't think the show is corny. I think some things that Gary and Al say, I don't, you know, okay, schedule. I don't agree with. I think sometimes they be making excuses for stuff, but which I don't like. I love Claudia and Q's, point Funky. Um, I'll continue to watch it, but I think it'll only grow as they get more comfortable together. But I think it's a great thing. Um, what the fuck? No, I don't like Ashley. You don't like Ashley. I don't think there's anything bad about. You want to add someone because who was that? Romeo. Romeo was not. He does not like athletes to be on Team Mom too. You want to get someone on the show who actually has things going on, but also has a bit of drama. I think Ashley is the perfect person to add, because she's already on Teen Mom and pregnant, and she already has a following who either likes her or does not like her. They're not always going to add someone to the show who everyone loves, because it's a messy ass show. But yeah, did you hear about Tiana Taylor retiring? Tiana Taylor feels underappreciated, which I think she is very much so underrated. What I feel like is she's been in a bad deal for a long time, and her management, her team, her record label does not push her how they should, and she's frustrated with that. I think she's to the point where I have two kids, I have a husband, I have a life, and there are other things I can do to one, make money and still have my peace of mind. Because why should I keep having to basically push myself when I have a team? So I'm done. I think her thing is because I think she went on and said how it's less of her retiring and her just realizing I need to be good for me. Like I need to be mentally and spiritually and emotionally good to myself. And this music thing isn't doing that for me right now. Um, I think she's put out a good amount of music to where she feels like she's done right now. I think in a year or two, 2, 3 years, she'll put out something else little. But in the meantime, in between time, she's gonna still do other things. She likes directing, she's a good actress or whatever. So I am waiting to see what else she does besides music. So, I heard about it, but I was like, I wasn't surprised because again, she's always complaining about how her team and her label doesn't push her. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm trying to read more stuff because yeah. Yeah, got to deal with the cold and the snow. Too hard to be extra cute. Yeah, oh, that's for my clothes. Yeah, I don't have. I just don't. Honey, I don't have time. And because I can't. It's Ugg boots and leggings. It's just Ugg boots and leggings. Um, Do you feel like Andy should be the host or does the producer? I feel like he be messy and already having his favorites. Andy definitely has his favorites. Andy definitely also, should not be the host if he can't see when he's not pushing the issue to each lady. You really should have a host who's, um not friends with the girls. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the hard part because he feels some kind of way. But anyone you put on there who watches, you have to put someone as a host on any show, any reunion show that one watches it because you want someone who understands what the reunion should be about, what you think the fans want to talk about, and two, what happened that season that needs to be addressed. The issue I have with Andy is sometimes he will talk about an issue that needs to be addressed, but he will skate over the bullshit of it and choose one side um discuss it. Like if at this Potomac reunion he does not bring up all the bullshit that Giselle did, the bullshit of Ashley also perpetuating the shit that Giselle did, even the fact that Wendy was getting herself so involved as a new person who wasn't around for any of the bullshit. Like you have to address it head on, and I think sometimes they may focus on one thing and not the other, and that is what frustrates me about Andy. But sometimes Andy does a reunion and does great. He holds people's foot to the fire, but sometimes he does not. So I don't know. It's hard because again, anyone you get who watches the show will have a favorite. So someone will always be a little bit easier or whoever. And it's like, I don't know. Um, I'm thirsty, y'all. Hold on. I'm talking for an hour. We got 17 minutes left because again, the house I come on at 8. How do you feel about Summer Walker having London? Oh, I am sick of these baby mamas who get pregnant by these men who have other baby mamas they don't do right by. You know what I'm saying? They go for Summer Walker. They go for Yaya Mayweather, who are with these dudes. I know Yaya's dude, one of them NBA guys, just had a baby with a other baby mama, and she pregnant too. I know with Summer Walker in London on the track, he had issues with all his kids' mamas, and she was still with him, and now she's pregnant, acting as if I can't believe I'm in this situation. But you saw it firsthand. You seen even if the baby mama is difficult, you still seen how he treated them in one way or the other. So why are you not surprised that you are now in that boat and you want sympathy from people or you want to like, I can't believe in girl, you should have saw the writing on the wall. So I feel like you being knocked up with this baby is stupid. I think like Cardi B who got pregnant by Offset, to me wasn't that bad because Offset seems to be a good father to his kids. Like I haven't really heard the kids' moms complain too much about him or whatnot. Of that I think is whatever. But like Future, who we see he consistently has issues. It's like why do these women get pregnant by these men when they know they have issues with the baby's mamas? And I just saw today someone comment and say, I can't believe that both Sierra and Joey, what's her name, Jose, I don't know, but the two people who both have kids with Future, and they was in how Sierra dated Future and Bow Wow, and has a kid by Future, and then Joey dated Bow Wow and Future has a kid by both. So it's just I don't get people's thought. Girl, it's just dumb. Look, I cannot be with a man who I see is not a good father to his children. I damn sure when I get knocked up by him. Not on my watch. Not today, not ever. Um, I think okay. We may be done. Y'all look, y'all be asking me questions, honey. I couldn't get to nothing on this thing. I'm gonna do a whole another video. Um, Because we may be done with questions, I think, because I'm trying to scroll down more and more and more without losing my place. Because I scroll down and it goes away. I'm gonna watch Housewives to see how long how boring it's gonna be. It may not be boring. We don't know. Um, they saw that Jelly. It was funny. Yeah, that thing was funny. Um, Always on my Twitter. That's cool. Have you talked about Nicki Minaj's husband, Chris Petty, drama being together, being trying to get his victim to recount a story? No, but I don't care about that man. Like I think Nicki Minaj's husband and his past charges of what he charged with, it's gonna be there, and it's gonna just leave it there. Cynthia knows Peter is slow. Well, yeah. Uh, but you look, you should never loan money that you can afford to not get back. And I feel like whether you loan in $50 or 100 or 107,000, whatever the amount was, you do not loan out what you cannot afford to get back. However, in that same breath, if I loan you some money, I want my shit back. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that where it is. I gotta blow my nose soon as what it is. Believe who people are when they believe who people are when they show you. Because again, I don't think I'm surprised about anything that's going on with these baby mamas and baby daddies. It just could not be me. Anyway, all y'all questions is done. And I think we basically discussed everything a little bit that I was going to bring up. And so we can probably end this because again, housewives come on in a minute. What else am I gonna talk about? No, that's it that I'm gonna do today. Oh, okay, we can do the last thing with Noah Cyrus. That'll be the last conversation today. So Noah, thank you ranting with Ricardo. Noah Cyrus, who was Miley Cyrus's sister, is Noah. Her name was okay. I'm gonna leave that be. Anyway, she called Candace Owens like a nappy hoe or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, I'm pissed that we have to kind of defend Candace. We don't like her. Like, fuck Candace Owens, the death of me or whatever. But at the same time, you can't be out here calling people nappy heads or whatnot and then try to say, well, I'm so sorry. I did not know, calling someone nappy would be a was a what else? What is she? Cause I posted about it. I was like, bitch, you lying. Maybe I didn't post about it on my Twitter. But how was she worded? Like she did not know that it would be like a mean thing to say. I'm like, look, if anything that you say to a black woman that you would not say to a white woman, you know that you're saying to that black woman to be offensive. There's no ifs, ands, buts, maybes, could be, should be's about it. No one is out here calling white women nappy heads. Like no one said that nappy asshole. Like no one said that. So I think her making it seem like, oh, I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. Look, you could have called Candace anything else. Like it's like just don't say things that you know is a dig at a black woman and then try to act as if I had no idea. I'm like, there's many things anyone can call Candace. I'm like, we can call her a naphead hoe if we want because we're black. We can do that. But I feel like, you were going at the right person, but you said the wrong thing. And now you have to deal with the backlash of it all, which is dumb because I can't stand Candace Owens. But it's like, you just have to be held accountable when you say things that are offensive racially. And no one can tell me that, oh, she didn't know that. Everyone knows nappy and black women is meant to be a dig. It's like it's no question at all. Yeah, Noah, she meant to disrespect. I hate defending Candace, but she was out of line. And that's the bad part. Like you make us have to defend her and we don't like her, but she's still a black woman or whatever. And I think it's even less about defending Karen defending Candace. Well, she is a Karen. And it's more about defending not coming at black folk with the disrespect. Okay, so we won't leave that be. She hanging around right. She hanging around racist people. It's true. Hey, birds and feathers flock together. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here because again, my throat hurt and I'm tired. I need to get some water in my system, and I have to watch Ayanna and Potomac and Atlanta, and I hope my power video is they're still checking. Girl, this is the longest ad check. Oh, okay. It'll be up soon, y'all, because it's been approved or whatever. And my review is 41 minutes long, okay, for Power. But Power is an hour. Okay, I said in my video, like Power is a hard any show that's on HBO or Showtime that's an hour. It's hard for reviewers because again, we don't have the commercials that breaks it up. And so a full hour show usually takes us like 35 to 40 minutes to review. So, get your little drink, okay, or get you some weed, little Moscow Mule, little martini, okay, get whatever you're gonna get and sit down and watch my video. That'll be up soon. Anyway, have a great, great weekend. We will do these weekly chatting about the foolishness every week now. I think it'll be every Sunday, same time or whatever. So that way it's easier for us to all chit chat. Someone brought up and said how they like these live because we don't think about how some people are at home and they're not able to have, communication and conversations with people because of COVID. And so, this is what I can do to help anyone who may be at home and not talking to people or whatever. You can talk to me. Okay. I am always here or whatever. So again, next Sunday, 6:35 ish. Or whatever, we can chat about the foolishness. And I'm done. Love you all. Peace, blessings, hair grease. Remember, do not send your cooch through text. Okay, you do not send cooch pictures through text. You send breasts with the face covered up. And that's about it. Anyway, gotta go. Bye. I'm done. It's over.